Today I'm going to show you how to make a coil pot. We're going to use the process and the technique of coil building. Okay, as you can see in this picture right here, we're using thin pieces of clay that are rolled up and you stack them on each other to make a piece of pot. Here's another piece, a very ancient one, and then here's another one right here. This one even has a handle on it. On the other side they show the technique of how to build it. We won't have one of these to build from. We'll build from the ground on the table here. To get started, we first of all have to start on the base, on the bottom, and we're going to build it up. Okay? So what we're going to use is a lid to trace from, and we're going to first of all make a slab of clay. So when you get your ball of clay today, you're going to break off probably about half of it or so. Any of the leftovers you don't use we'll add to our other piece here. And another note too, with the blue mat, I would fold it in half so you have more room to work at your table, and maybe set the blue mat off to the side when you're ready for the coil building part. Alright, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ball of clay and I'm going to push it down, and I like to go around in a circle, and I'm using this part of my hand, and then I just flip it. And then I just flip it. You don't want to keep hitting it too long, otherwise it might stick to the blue mat. Alright, we're getting close. The thickness that you want to get on this slab piece of clay is about the thickness of your finger, or a little less than that. Okay? If you put your finger right next to it, it should be about the same height, a little less than that. Okay? If it's too thin, it won't hold a lot. If it's too thick, then it might have an air pocket in it later on. Okay? So this is looking pretty good. I'm going to see if this fits on top of it. Alright, looks like it'll be good. And what I like to do is just set it there. I don't want to press it down, otherwise this thing gets stuck in the clay, then you have to start all over. I set it right there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take water and then one of the clay knives. Okay? And what I do is I just kind of dip it in there. This makes the knife slippery, so it'll slide a little bit better on the clay. And I just go ahead and cut out that circle going around, and then I just pull off some extra clay right here. And then I'll set this extra clay with that other ball that I had over here. And it looks like I should have a nice little disc. It's kind of like a hockey puck, but a little bit thinner than that. Okay? Kind of like those hamburger patties before you cook them and they're frozen. Alright, now we're going to start building from this base up. So what we need to do is we're going to set this off to the side a little bit. And we're going to take this extra clay, and you probably wouldn't want to use all of it, but we're going to make some coils. Very similar to what we made a few years ago when we rolled it out and we were practicing making them nice and long. So what we're going to do is you start off with a hot dog shape here. And then what you do, very carefully, is you take your fingers from the tips down to here, you're going to be rolling it. Students always get it wrong because with the first part, because they just go like this. They think that they're making it smaller by just pushing out like that. What you want to do though is go nice and long and let it roll, because when you let it roll, that will make it round like a wheel. So always try to go long. If it gets off a little bit and it's square, you can always take it and tap it on the side. That'll help get it more round again as you work. Alright. And this one's turned out pretty good. Your goal is to get it nice and even. Nice and even. And the thickness of it, if you're going about a pencil, a little bit bigger than a pencil. Okay? Probably one of those, you could probably take one of these off to the side here. A little bit smaller, kind of in between a pencil and a glue stick. Okay? If you go too big, it's going to be a little bit too wide. And too thin, it might not actually hold it up. Okay? Alright, so I kind of like this one. This one's looking pretty good. At the end, I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to cut off the ends. because the ends are usually a little bit crooked, so this just kind of straightens it up. So I cut it off there, and then I'm ready to attach this one to my coil pot. Okay. Before I attach it, I do need to scratch and attach. So there are many tools that you can do it with, but I like this tool because it has little teeth in it. So I put it in the water, okay, that just kind of loosens it up, and then I run those teeth along the edge. I do it here, and then I also do it along the coil. It just makes little teeth, and what happens is it makes it so when those go together, they stick better. Creates a nice bond. It's almost like you're gluing, and the water helps to loosen it up a little bit. So I'm just opening up the clay there. Now I'm ready to start stacking it up. So I place this coil here on top, and then I'm going to continue running it up. Now if you made a really long one, it might be able to go on itself again. So as I get around here, and it looks like this one's plenty big that it can almost go around 2 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little ramp here, cut off the end, and then I do need to take that little tool again, and I'm going to run it along the edge here because it's stacking on top of it. There we go. And while I'm putting it on there, I'm just pressing into it a little bit, pressing and making it nice and solid as we go. And voila, there we go. What you're going to continue to do then is you're going to continue creating those coils, nice and even coils. Try to make them all very similar in size, and you're going to start continue building up there. Here is one other part that I was going to show to you guys. You could add little coils on top at the end. So let me show you. I'm going to make another one here. Get this one going. Hot dog shape. Alright, going back and forth. This is going to be a little decoration that I'm going to add to it. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller as I go here. Alright, about that size. This one's actually about the width of a pencil. Take my tool, water, cut the edges off. Okay. And then what I'm going to do on this one is I'm just going to wind it up like a snail. Go like that. Alright. Then what I like to do is on one side I'll smear it together, but I don't smear it on both sides because I like the look, the spiral look, on the other side. Okay, if I turn it over, I have a nice spiral and it stays together. You can make smaller ones than that, but what I can do, once I have like 2 or 3 of those coils on there, then I can start adding these on there. These are a little bit trickier especially to add on there, especially if you made them a little bit bigger. But again, you always have to scratch on the bottom and attach if you want to do that. Okay, if you want to put them on there. Okay. But if you're going to do that, I would add, a row of them around there so they stay together well, and kind of adds a nice little technique to your look there. And you can add smaller ones around there as you go. Alright, there's just a little information. What I'm looking for in this project, that you build it up. We at least want to go about 3 inches, which is about right in here. And we want to have nice, even coils. And we want to take our time and do quality work. Can't wait to see how you guys do. Don't forget to write your name on the bottom. So you just scratch it into the bottom right here. Alright, good luck guys.